Greetings, community, and welcome to another edition of this week's Signed Books. This is a show where I show my signed books. I'm fortunate enough to live in an area in which that I'm surrounded by a lot of the comic books, artists, creator, publishing companies, and so forth. So at times I'm fortunate enough to not only run into them or go to a signing event, but sometimes just hang out and have conversations. To me, that is the gem. It's not just getting a signature on a book, but more to get a story behind the stories, if that makes sense. So that's why not only do I love showing the books in which that I get signed, but I love sharing the stories that go along with them. Before I get into it, I want to go ahead and acknowledge those that are hanging out with me. Mad Mike, dude, appreciate you being here. And as always, Las Cruces, dude, you're awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And those of which on the rewind, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hey, show you more books. Starting off, let's cruise over here and I want to discuss something that's not even out yet. There's a book called Uncanny Valley. Now, this book is written by Mr. Tony Fleeks. And there's art in here, both, I believe, by him and Mr. Dave Watcher. This is a very unique story. It's a story of a kid that finds out that he has a little cartoon background. He is part cartoon. So it's a very unique story. Like I said, it's supposed to come out on the 10th that I really found fascinating. This is, as I said, a book that's not even quite out yet. And if you look at it, it's like the whole background stuff of when they do the regular art and they lay down on the prints. It's so unique, so different. I really like the idea of this half world of real life and half world of cartoon, and then where they meet. It's kind of a almost like Roger Rabbit style story. And yeah, it looks really unique. So I not only got, this rough cut version, but I told Tony I'm so looking forward to the actual version that I end up buying multiple copies. In my opinion, it's rather a so far not very spoken about book. I'm surprised that not more people are talking about this thing. It's also, in my opinion, I believe it's being slightly overshadowed by Feral. So I didn't even plan this out. Okay, there we go. Here's a quick little version, sideways, of Feral. I'll be showing some books of this. I really didn't plan out how to actually put these things away after which I showed them. Yeah. Okay, I got it, I think. This is going to look stupid. So it looks stupid. If you don't care, I don't care. We don't care. All right. So I'm going to start out with this batch. I can just throw them off to the side. So this is a story called Bad Girls. It's after the local man. That's a story of a failed superhero and trying to do right again. This was a one shot off of that series, and this is one of the books that he graciously signed for me. He meaning Tony Fleeks. He did that one. This is Feral, as I was saying. This is the preview special. This is yeah, this is such a cool. Sorry, I was admiring it. Such a cool cover. So this is signed by Tony. And yeah, so unique. So here is this is done by Tone Rodriguez. And you can see up top it was signed by Tony. This is a sketch done for me at the signing event that happened on 3/27/2024. And I'll flip through these things so I'm not just individually going through them. Here is a sketch done by Tone Rodriguez of Tony Fleeks. Now I'm going to put these together in a moment and you'll see what I mean. And then here's the exact opposite. It's a sketch of Tone Rodriguez by Tony Fleeks. So when asked what I wanted on my sketches, I said the two most feral things I can think of. And Tony kind of looked at me and said, "Can you do a sketch of Tone?" And I was talking to Tone, and he looked over and noticed that he was being drawn by Tony. And he said, "Is that me?" I said, "Yeah." So now I have them looking at each other, ever endearingly. I'll cherish these forever. Now, I don't know if many people know about this. I have not heard anybody really talk about this. This is going to be an ongoing series. And I even did not know that. I had no idea. It wasn't until after which I read it that I come to the realization that it was an ongoing series. Here's the 1 in 25 signed by Tony. Here's the 1 in 10 signed by Tone and Tony. Here is the cover A signed by Tone and Tony. And another signed by Tone and Tony. That was the Feral event. And so I had a few other books done. I have not met, let me start over. I've not had Tone sign any of my books. I had met him in the past at LA Comic Con, but I never had the privilege to have him sign any of my books, let alone him do sketches. So this is a sketch that Tone did for me. And yeah, I was so grateful that he spent so much time talking, hanging out, along with signing on my books. I've had this for quite some time. This is Tony signing it back in 2021, and Tone just now signing it for me. Yeah, and this is a comic book special. So yeah, I was, as you could see, you know. So I was so grateful for him to sign all the books that I already had Tony signed for me way back in 2021. So Tone signed there. And then my second print. And this was my 1 in 25 acetate. So I finally got Tone to sign it down there in the bottom. And I finally got my trifecta of Fleeks, Forstner, and Rodriguez. The only thing I'm missing is Simpson, hopefully one day. And I got 2 of those. So I was really, really stoked. And then here's the Collector's Paradise special. And I ended up learning an interesting story behind this. How this was done was, to my understanding, is Tony went around and actually took pictures of actual missing dogs, did like these little cartoon versions of them, and then like re-put them back up in different areas, and then put the phone number to Collector's Paradise on there. And he did that around like all around town in the valley, and a couple colleges, and or a college, I believe. Which I thought was really, really funny. So I had Tony N. I had Tony sign them back in 2021, and I had Tony just now sign them. This is like one of my favorites right here. So I got all those signed, and then moving down, I'm going to switch everything over. This was just some of the last batch of books that I wanted to get done of the. And I hope you're doing well. And again, everyone that's hanging out with me, thank you. So this was the last batch, and these were a lot of the incentives. So this one, even Tone said he's never even seen before. The 1 in 50, a 1 in 50. You can see quite a bit right there. Where Tone signed. Then another one of the clear backing boards. I use a lot of clears on these. This is kind of cool. So I not only have them both sign it, you know what I mean, but the connecting cover of the comic book. Every once in a while, I'll do these specials. So got those away, and then where was I? What was I? Did I get them all done? I got all those done. Sweet. All right, now that was my experience with Tone and with Tony. There were 4 people at the event. If you saw a thumbnail, you were like, wait, that had nothing to do with the 2 people I saw in the front. You are right. What you also saw was a picture. What you saw was one picture of Celeste Brofman, and she's been writing. Not only, I think this was one of the first books that she did for Marvel. All right, which I got 2 of these. I already had one done when last time I saw her, when she did the Jackpot one shot with Black Cat, which was the setup for the miniseries that's presently out. Actually, this is the cover A for the new miniseries that's out right now. So that's her signature in the center. I really like her signature. I told her, I go, that's a really pretty signature. This is the 1 of 25 from the one shot. You know, I mean, it's just good placement, cool sig. I like it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So this is again Celeste Brofman. These are cool variants. I really like them. And that was from the original Jackpot Gang War. That's, you know. So anyways, yeah, I got to talk to her. She's so excited about this new miniseries that she's doing. I really like the development of this character, Jackpot. I like the fact that Mary Jane is no longer just a damsel in distress style girl. She is someone that can not only, as we well knew, she can handle herself to some regard. At the same point, she always needs some saving. Now that she has this new little half science, half magic type roulette wheel thing, I don't even know what to call. It's really cool to see how her powers work and how she stands on her own 2 feet, so to speak. So I really liking what she's doing with this character. So after speaking with her, I end up speaking with another individual. His name is Poinsack Pichote. I know I'm going to get that wrong, but hey. And he was such a nice guy. He also writes The Good Asian. And I didn't have that with me. Anyways, I ended up picking up not only Man's Best Friend, but the Ashcan So Long Ago. Not only that, but I ended up getting, you know me. And this I had forever ago. Now, this Voices Identity, this was a Sakai variant that even Pornsack said, he goes, man, I don't have one of those, and I really wanted one of those. I haven't been able to get one. Oh, really? He goes, yeah, I know there's not one here. I go, no, there's not one here. I told him, I go, I'm really dying to get, you know, Sakai to sign this. This is really a kind of a cool cover. And if you know what's inside the character and everything, I'm not going to run it, but it's just, he had a lot of fun doing the Marvel project. So he was telling me how much fun it was, and it kind of just tickled him that he ended up finding out that Sky was going to do one of the covers. She never got one. Yeah, so that was my experience with him. So there was 4 people in totality at the event. It was a very organized event. Since they end up having some big events happen through there, they have it fairly organized. And even tomorrow, almost at the Ghost Machine event, will be happening. There will be a CGC witness. It will be a CGC event. It's very organized now how they end up selling tickets, and I think I've given a lot of opinion and foresight on how things I've seen them grow and how I thought it was going to go, and it has transpired that way. So the beauty is they've been able to see it grow and see it turn into what I thought it would and how it's turning out, and it's working out not only really well for them, but they're able to do these events and they're able to grow them. And it's been really fun not only to attend, but to see the growth in these events happen, especially for so many shops of today having difficulties in maintaining their ability to stay viable. So I guess to cut it now so it doesn't get all stupid and just pedantic, I want to say thank you. And I want to say, yeah, not only do I enjoy getting these books, but I enjoy sharing with you the stories that I end up getting when I end up getting these books signed. It's really insightful for me, and I hope that it was for you. And that is pretty much it for me. Thank you, Christina. Entropy. Everyone, you stay well.